Hello, welcome to the sports segment here on the Pulse on JoyNews channel. On today's edition of the show, we preview the two MTN FA Cup semi-final games, Kotoko versus Medeama and Hearts versus Wow Stars. The two games will be played at the Lenkley Sports Stadium in Obuasi. Also, we look ahead to the English Premier League game between Chelsea and Man City at Stamford Bridge. And don't forget, the two giants in La Liga are in action this weekend. Barcelona welcoming Las Palmas to Camp Nou, while their sworn rivals, Real Madrid, welcome Espanyol to the Santiago Bernabeu. My name is Asante Kotoko. In studio is Fifi, Fortune of Joy Sports. Thank you very much for coming. First port of MTN FA Cup semi-final. Yeah. Kotoko versus Medeama.
It's huge. It's a huge game for both sides. And if you look at the fact that the MTN FA Cup semi-final games are coming on the back of the local Blasters triumph for success in the WAFU African Cup of Nations tournament, means everybody's attention is now on our local league, so it's going to be a huge publicity as well. So it's Super Sunday, they like to call it, and the Obuasi Lenkley Sports Stadium will be buzzing. Coming back to the game, Kotoko versus Medeama. Kotoko and Medeama have faced each other in the MTN FA Cup final for 2 times in the last 5 years, and Kotoko and Medeama, I should say, have emerged victorious over
including
Kotoko,
the final,
including the last 2 years finals or so.
Seasons. So
Medeama, if it's a final, I'll stick my neck out for them because they've done it twice against Asante Kotoko. But it's a semi-finals, and Kotoko are noted for playing the semi-finals very well when it comes to the MTN FA Cup. They've won. They are very good. Anytime they get to the finals, in the last 5 years, they've qualified to the final stage.
We'll talk about the other game, Hearts versus Medeama. But what would an MTN FA Cup success mean for Asante Kotoko, given what happened to them, their motor accident a couple of months ago?
For Kotoko, I think the MTN FA Cup will be huge for them, and also for coach Steve Pollak, because his future is in thin air right now, because he doesn't know if his contract will be extended, because remember, he was brought in to do one job, to bring back the team on track for the league title. Going into this season, Kotoko had huge expectations. They wanted to regain their top position as the best club in Ghana. They have not won the league in 2 times in the last 2 years, so they want to regain that position. But it's unfortunate they did not start well with Drafko Lugaros. He had to be sacked, and Steve Pollak came in midway through the season. They had the fatal accident, and it has disrupted their season so far. But I think the MTN FA Cup offers the opportunity for them. If you look at even how they progressed to the semi-finals, of course they did it by dubious means. Very controversial penalty that the referee awarded to them to get into the semi-final. I think so. They bank all their hopes on the semi-finals, on the MTN FA Cup, I should say.
Okay, and still talking about the MTN FA Cup, the other game is between Hearts and Wow Stars. The game is happening at the Obuasi Lenkley Stadium. And Hearts, I expect, should take advantage of the fine performances of Thomas Abe, Wonfo Kobna, and of course, Vincent Atinga.
Of course, the 5 players returned to training yesterday, and everybody was awesome. Everybody was awesome. The Hearts of Oak fans are very happy with their 5 players who made Ghana proud. And I think going into the game, Hearts of Oak stand as favourites because these are players who have done it at the big stage. What else do they need to prove? MTN FA Cup is not as huge compared to the WAFU. So I think they are favourites going into this one, and I feel they will finally have their revenge over Wow Stars. I think the 3-0 battering at the hands of Wow Stars last season is still there, although they managed to beat Wow Stars 2-1. Even early this season, their results was not that convincing. But I think they will go in all out for the revenge and make it to the finals.
Do you envisage a Hearts Kotoko final?
Of course, it
won't be bad, will it?
If the Hearts Kotoko final, and for the people of Tamale, I think it will be the first time a Hearts and Kotoko game will be staged there, because the MTN FA Cup committee have scheduled the match for Tamale. And I think if you are moving a final game to a place like Tamale, it should be a big one, and it should be the big one for Ghana football. It should be between Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, and Hearts. But Medeama and Wow Stars, who will have other ideas on Sunday.
Okay, let's now talk about the English Premier League again. A big game is happening this weekend at the Stamford Bridge. Antonio Conte versus Pep Guardiola. Chelsea versus Man City. But the big story is that Sergio Aguero is not going to be part of that game because he got injured in a car crash.
That's very unfortunate.
Last night in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. He took advantage of his
He was attending the concert.
Yeah, but you can't fault him because he had an off day. It was an off day.
But how much of a blow is his absence to Manchester City?
I think it's a huge blow for Pep Guardiola. His team is now finding their feet. They are playing some good football, and with the likes of Sterling, Leroy Sané, and Gabriel Jesus, and with Aguero also stepping up and scoring some goals. So I think going into this game, its place down is not going to be good for them because also Mendy is also out injured. So you are missing a key left back, you are missing a key striker, top scorer for Manchester City. He steps out in the big games. You can't bank all your hopes on Gabriel Jesus, although he's a fine striker. Aguero is needed in games like this.
So Chelsea are favourites then?
I watched the game between Chelsea and Manchester City last season, and I was rooting for Manchester City, but Antonio Conte, I should say, is a genius. He knows how to do it in the big games. If you look at how they set up, even in midweek against Atletico Madrid, winning by 2-1, it was the last kick of the game that Batshuayi scored with. And I think Chelsea have a very good team. Every player is very important in the setup. Every player who is called upon delivers. And I think Chelsea going into this game are favourites, although Manchester City are unbeaten their last 5 games. They scored over 20 goals. They look prime, but I think Chelsea are favourites.
Let's check out the other fixtures in the English Premier League. Huddersfield will play against Tottenham Hotspur, Man City versus Crystal Palace, Stoke City, Southampton, Bournemouth, Leicester City, West Ham, Swansea, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Brighton, Everton, Burnley, Newcastle United will play against Liverpool. Let's go to the Spanish La Liga. The big guys are in action. Barcelona playing Las Palmas, Real Madrid welcoming Espanyol to the Santiago Bernabeu. And obviously, you expect Barcelona to continue their fine form.
Of course, but the talking point ahead of this game is the fact that Barcelona could be playing their last match in La Liga, because we all know the referendum that is about to happen in Catalonia. The people of Catalonia are seeking independence. So if that happens on 1st of October, meaning Barcelona, Espanyol and Girona are no longer eligible to play in the Spanish La Liga. So I think going into this game, Barcelona...
But Las Palmas, they have a new coach now, and he's going to have just 2 sessions before traveling to Camp. So Barcelona are going to win this game.
Of course, okay. I would say Barcelona.
Real Madrid, Espanyol, Madrid, their form not too impressive.
Their form away from home, fantastic. But at home, I think the pressure gets to them. The fans always want the team to win. And when in the first 15 minutes or 30 minutes, the goals are not coming, the fans start agitating on the field, and that has not been helpful to Zinedine Zidane's team. If you look at their away performances, even when they are down, they manage to come back to win. So I think the fans have to play a role if Real Madrid have to claim maximum points.
Okay, so expect the 2 big guns to win.
Of course, they have to win. Espanyol.
Okay, let's check out the other results in La Liga. Celta Vigo, Girona, Deportivo La Corona, Getafe, Sevilla, Malaga, Levante, Alaves, Leganés, Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad, Real Betis, Barcelona, Las Palmas, Valencia, Atletico Bilbao, Villarreal, Eibar, and Real Madrid will play Espanyol. So this is where we draw the curtains down today's edition of Sports here on Pulse on Joy News channel. My name is Asante Kotoko. I was in the studio with Fifi Forsen of Joy Sports. For more sports news, log on to the sports page on myjoyonline.com. You can also follow us on social media. On Twitter, we are at Joy Sports GH, and on Facebook, we are at Joy Sports. Thank you very much. I'll see you again a little later.